Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything Philly podcast, your platform for information and entertainment, as well as hitting some hard topics. I'm Sharice,
Right.
and today we have a special guest, friend, and family member. Everybody say hi to Don Don.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Do everybody call you Don Don?
Nah. So
Oops.
nah, they don't. That's where I know where I know you from, right? So if you say Don Don, it's somebody who I grew up with, right? If you say Donnell, it's somebody who I work with. If you
Okay.
say Don, it's someone who I'm casually, they're not really my friend, but I know you. So,
Right. So, how would you like to be addressed?
oh, with you,
Oh.
Don is fine.
Don Don.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi,
Little-
cousin.
Hi,
There you go.
cousin.
Little Don Don.
Nah, don't call me
No.
that. Mika call me that all the time. You driving me crazy, yo.
No, mine is cousin. Cousin
Absolutely.
forever. One of my very, very, very finest cousins. Used to be most dependable until I don't know what happened. He just
Oh,
leave me
man.
hanging all the
Here
time.
we
Used to be my go-to guy.
go. Here
Like,
we go.
I don't know what's
I
going
told
on.
you what my rule is. If it's under 40 degrees, I do not come outside.
Jeez. What he sound like one of them Southern bells. I got a
Um,
Southern Bama and a Southern Bell.
no,
Other way.
we're not gonna keep clarifying this. I'm a Southern Belle. I need all my VA peeps, all my Virginia peoples, class of 1990, Norcom Greyhounds. Send some comments and let them know about Southern Bells.
Southern bells.
Yes.
What y'all wear? Them bell bottom baby pants? That's why they call y'all Southern bells.
No, we used to wear bell bottoms. Y'all did too.
Not no 90s.
No, I'm not saying in the 90s.
Yes, you are.
But wait a minute, no. Bell bottoms have come back now.
Oh my
All
gosh.
these chicks out here wearing them super tight with the little crop shirts. All they do is take the styles from back in the day and try and put a little twist on them. So actually, they are in right now.
Okay, we give you that little bit.
Thank you.
Still Southern Bama.
He wants me to be ratchet.
I get it in the house.
There's a balance, honey. You can be ratchet, and I'm
Okay.
the polished one.
Our story today is, people use circumstances and situations to tell you how their strength is or why they ain't getting nowhere in life and why life is so hard or why life is so unfair to them. And when you have someone that beat the circumstances, beat the odds, they should be giving them flowers while they're still here. People like to give flowers when people pass away. I don't know what you're talking about. All my life, I knew you hated me. You talk dirty about me. Now all of a sudden I'm dead and I can't hear it. You want to talk about, oh, that he was such a good person. He was such a strong person. He used to make you laugh and so giving. Why we can't talk about people while they're still here? Why we can't praise people for what they do? Why it always got to be something negative in life for you to sit here and remember a person or talk about a person, or every time a story eclipse, it got to be a negative story.
Hmm.
My little big cuz right here who came through the ropes, came from 23rd and Diamond when 23rd and Diamond was the high rise, the
Diamond World,
projects.
baby.
Diamond World, baby. The land of round kicks and what they used to call them. They didn't call them haymakers. Around the world, they throw a punch from right to left, spinning around, trying to take your head off. Diamond Street, going to work, going to school, going out to play in the parks with a yard full of glass, broken glass, crack
Yep.
vials. Like that was the worst of the worst. And for somebody to survive out of that kind of environment, not alone with losing your brother in the Delaware River at a family gathering, like these are hurt pieces. Losing your
Yes.
mom not too far after that, losing your dad not too far after that. Like you've been going through the struggle since you was a child, and you always held your head up high. Still no, never been arrested in your life, never used drugs in your life. Became a successful young man, have a beautiful family, raising a very intelligent child.
Thank you.
Like you got so many things against you, but how do you surpass those things? How you still become the man you are today?
First of all, never felt sorry for myself. Never, never looked at the situation like, oh, I came from the hood. I can't be successful. I came from the hood. I can't go to college. I came from the hood. I can't be a manager of a bank. Like I've never had that as a crutch that like I can't be successful despite where I grew up at. So that was number one, and that's something I instill on my son as well. Like, don't ever let anything be a crutch to you. Like, take it, uh, let it motivate you, and just move on from it. So that's what drove me for most of my life. I never let anything in my life be a crutch.
Well, where did that strength come from? Because
Land
I know my family back in the day, that our family was reciprocants of. Am I saying that right? You always correct me on my spelling.
I
I
don't. I
mean my
had to
words.
finish. You had to finish the
Well,
sentence.
anyway, they come from welfare. Like I'm talking about back in the day when you get the paper money, what you really thought was real
Yeah,
money. Like
yeah.
sometimes when you get a whiff of it's not real money, you go in there and you pour it out on the side under your sleeve and you pass it to the counter. Especially if there's a girl in there looking, you be like, talk to the girl while you passing that money. You know how it is.
Absolutely.
Then on the weekend, Sunday, you in line in that courtyard waiting for that cheese sandwich and that milk. You know how it is. So, our family was big on that coming up back in the day. And even though I was from uptown, I used to run down there because I still felt part of that. Like I needed that in my life to make that struggle right. So coming from that, we didn't encourage a healthier life. Like we accepted what was there for us and kept it moving. So what gave you the strength to look at things differently to overcome that? Like it's a beautiful thing that you did, but most people become a product of their environment.
Right. Right. Absolutely. The big thing for me was Elaine Berry.
Elaine Berry.
Elaine Berry, my mother, she rest in peace. She definitely put that in me. Like she was a bully in her own right. She didn't take anything from anybody, and she installed that into all her kids. Like you don't take anything from anybody, don't use anything as a crutch, and always keep God first. Those were her messages to her kids. So just carry that for the rest of my entire life because I know this was in her passing. That's what she had wanted me to do. So I think all of her kids do it. We all carry that within us, and anything we do, we're successful because we have those three core values in us.
And that helped you through high school. Like,
Hmm.
was it hard?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just having this conversation with one of my friends who I grew up with. We would go to his house, get ready in the morning, and we all ready, and we got to be to school by 7:30. We don't get to school till 9:30 because we're waiting for him to get dressed. I got to explain to my mom why I'm late, and I'm marked as not attending school while I'm waiting for my friend to get ready. So yeah, it was all types of peer pressure like that to skip class, uh, skip school altogether. Don't do homework, don't study, don't do it was all types of pressure like that in high school. But moms wasn't having that.
Okay, so she stayed on top of everything, and
Everything.
the peer pressure was a mother freaker in high, especially in that area because everything is negative. Like you say, let's skip school today.
Yeah.
Let's go in the hallway. Is an abandoned apartment right over there. We can get high, like
Yep.
have our little girlfriends come over and not you know not pay attention to the correct way of doing things. So that right there had to be a struggle because you don't want to seem like a nerd. You don't want to seem outside of the cool guys. So how do you actually deal with that? Like I, I know you said your mom, but give me the steps from your junior high, your college to being a parent.
All right. Junior high, it was I was falling into it a little bit, skipping class, not going to school when I was supposed to for a little bit, maybe for like had a spell like a good month. But then mom's caught wind of that. She said that straight right away, and she sat me down and she showed me the big picture of things. Like, all right, they might call you a nerd now. They might call you a bookworm and all the other type stuff. But when you get out of high school, you're gonna be in a better predicament in a better position than what they are. So she just had me sit down, look at the big picture of things. Said, "What you want to do?" She didn't make it about her. She made it about me.
Right.
What you want to do? Like, I want to play sports and I want to make a whole lot of money. All right, well, in order for you she gave me the realization like not everybody's gonna play sports. Everybody who plays sports is not gonna get to the show.
Right.
So she was like, if you want to make money, what do you want to do to make money? So we talked about my love for numbers and math and so on and so forth and what that can lead to. So she sat me down, we came up with a game plan together, and that's when I just started to execute it through junior high, through high school, through college. Money, money, money. That's what I wanted. I wanted to obtain it, and we came up with a game plan to get it.
So it wasn't about punishments or beatings or threats or nothing like that. It was actually taking the time to sit there. Oh, that mean the beatings and stuff
You
Yeah,
got a
wasn't
yeah,
few
yeah,
there.
yeah. They
whacks in
came. Yeah, yeah,
between.
yeah, for sure. They definitely came. Definitely
But
came.
it was more of a show and tell love.
Yes.
Like she actually sat down and explained everything to you because parents mostly believe in punishment. Like go in your room, don't eat, take me the phone, or give you a beating, or wait till your dad come here, he gonna whoop your tail, a bunch of threats and all that kind of stuff.
What they say, spare the rod, spur the child.
There you
Yeah,
go.
our family didn't believe in that. Yeah,
Okay.
they was gonna beat the. Yeah, you was gonna get that butt whoop.
But still was an explanation of she kind of mapped out your future in
Mm-hmm.
front of you so you can actually see, well, if you if you continue to do that, this is where you're headed to.
Right.
If you do it this route, this is the possibility that may happen. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not guaranteed, but at least you have a backup plan.
Yep.
And that's a beautiful way to talk to your child, to actually you educate them, basically. That's all she really did. She
Yep.
educated you in an adult way.
Together, we came up with a collaborative plan on how to make sure that I was successful and how to obtain my goals, and it worked.
So for a lot of the young kids that's running around today that actually believe that the things that they're doing is the best place they're going to get to in life. Like that's why they don't have no goals, no dreams, because nobody inspired them, nobody talked to them.
Mm-hmm.
So your story can be like a guideline. Because everybody believe you're a product of your environment. That's the first thing. I'm from North Philly. That's what we do. We hustle. We get money. And like that's all you hear. And it's a million different ways to get money. People don't understand that the streets is not the easiest way to get money. Like the streets is probably, when it comes down to it, is below the average pay. But you break it down into time and numbers and the stress and the lawyer fees, the bail money, the commissary. Like there's so much involved in the streets that 95% of the people that get involved in the streets don't become successful. You got a good five that actually have a life after the streets. You have the opportunity to raise your child on experiences you've been through because most people would think that you was raised in the suburbs because your character, the way you
Yeah.
raise your child, the
Yeah.
way you act, they would never believe you came from 23rd and Dom.
Funny story behind that. I remember going into an interview, and it was another person from North Philly. And after the interview was over, I got the job. He was like, "Hey, what part of Philadelphia you from?" I said, "North." I didn't say North. I pronounced the word, and he was like, "You from North?" Like, "No, I'm from North, not North." Like, yeah, it was like, "Oh, like where 25th and Diamond?" Yeah, yeah. No, I would never believe that by the way you talk and the way you carry yourself. So I got that a lot in my life, a whole lot, where people didn't believe I was from where I was from based off of how I act, how I talk, and how I carry myself.
Uh, and those traditions led down to how you raise your son now.
Yes, that and more. There's no. I hear this all the time. I think I even got this from you. There's no blueprint on how to be a parent.
Definitely
It's
not.
no
Definitely
blueprint.
got that from you
There's
for
no
sure.
blueprint on how to be a parent. So with Dante, shout out to my little man, love Dante. Oh,
Dante,
with him, it was
I gotta
just
help you with that dribble a little bit though. You know what I mean?
with him, it was the same thing. My mom's not here anymore, so I can't go back and ask her. And I just gotta lean on my family who've been experienced and been being parents on, was how can I get the best out of Dante? And again, got great advice from my big cuz. Like, don't make it about me. Don't I play sports just because I played sports when I was younger, don't mean Dante's gonna play sports when he's coming up. So just make it about him. What do you want to do? We sat down, had the conversation just like me and my mom did. He said he likes to draw. He likes to he wants to be an artist, and he wants to be an engineer, and he wants to be a firefighter, and he wants to be a astronaut. So I'm with all that. At no point at all am I going to push him to go play sports and follow the path that I did, because my path is not his path.
That's right.
His path is his own path.
That's right.
So I never push him to do anything that he don't want to do. But when he get into something, you are 1,000% committed to whatever it is that you're doing. It's no quitting. Once you in it, you in it.
Find
So
out.
Yep.
Find out, do your own research, find out if it's really something you want to do. And if it's not something you want to do, come back and explain that to your dad. Explain that to your parents. Like, I found a obstacle in there that I really don't want to go through, and I realized this isn't for me. This isn't what I would do for free. Like, we really have to learn to talk to our children, get to know
Absolutely.
our children instead of throwing our life on our children and want them to be what we want them to be.
Yep.
And that's why I think so many people go wrong. But like I said, I called you onto the show to applaud you because
Thank you.
every time I'm around you and your son is like a beautiful thing. Like the way he admire you, the way he look at you, the way he look up to you, and the way you carry yourself, bro. You succeed in all areas.
Thank you.
Utmost.
Means a lot coming from you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. So, Miss Southern Belle,
Yes.
this is your cousin as well that you talk about him to the utmost. So you act like you don't have no rap for him. I know I'll talk too much, so I'm gonna shut up and turn the mic over to you.
I mean, you pretty much said it. So
But I'm tell you like this. Okay, I'm starting
definitely
something
took it
different.
over.
We on a different note. Don came to me. He watched the last episode and he was like, "Cuz, how you do that? How you do?" Bring the last episode up to date right now and tell the fans what you thought, the audience what you thought should have been talked about. You say we don't go under the cover, we don't go deep in our relationships or whatever. Bring it out.
So the last episode was about trust, right?
Yep.
Right. So, and you guys are making great points. I love the energy that you have. It's the reason why I tune in every time that you guys have a new episode. No matter what I'm doing, I could be in a meeting at work. I'm still peeking on my phone, looking at you guys' episode. I love the energy. I love the emotion. I love the love that you guys show towards each other. So get that off first off, right off the bat. The trust thing. Sharice was making a point. Well, there's levels to it. So there's levels to it, and I love that you said that. But what happens when you obtain that level? You get to that level, that 100% level where you're totally comfortable with somebody, and they do something to lose that trust a little bit. Do they ever give it back?
That was a good point you brought up. And to me, my answer was that it depends on how hurt you are or how bad did that situation affect you. Like if it was like a intentional heartbreak or to take me down, it'll never come back.
Hmm.
If it's situations that you know because you're used to certain things being a part of your life and I'm bringing you into my life and I expect you to be able to just jump in and fit in, then I can understand that. It's the way it's all about communication when it comes to trust. Like, we come up have our own idea how things supposed to be because you've been living your life for so long. So then when you bring somebody into your life, you still try to expose your life to them and not be on the other end of paying attention to their life, how they was raised. So to me, if I was to answer that question any other time, I'm like, hell no, ain't no coming back. Once you lose my trust, it's over. It's a wrap. Because if I can't trust you, I can't be in the same household with you. I can't be connected to you. Our souls don't match if I can't trust you. So it's a yes and no to that answer to that question.
Sharice?
Yeah, it depends on the circumstance. You asked, is there a point of no return? Yes, there is a point of no return. If I'm 100% trusting and believing in you, and it's whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship,
Hmm.
and you do something to break that trust, and I'm like on top of that trust, then yeah, it's no point of return. But it really depends on the circumstance. I believe in giving second chances and giving passes, but it depends on what the situation is because some situations do not warrant a pass. Um, it's just a done deal.
I got you. I got you.
So once again, it comes down to how bad that person hurt you or crossed you.
And that's what friendships, relationships, um, family.
But they might have crossed you. They might have went to that point of no return, and they didn't realize they did it. Do they get grace for that?
See, that's why I say it depends because there's an understanding level. Like we're all humans. Like people make mistakes, but a intentional mistake and just something that happens because you wasn't thinking. Like people go about life not thinking. See, so I can understand that people just do things for the moment, and things may happen, and you may be ashamed to say that I fucked up.
Hmm.
Like, please forgive me, I fucked up, because your pride is so much into things nowadays that you can't say that. So it depends on
If you
what it
get
is.
that, do you forgive them? And then if you forgive them, do they get 100%? Well, not with
Do
you.
it make sense?
Okay.
If it makes sense, like if I feel as though you did it intentionally and it really hurt me to the core,
Mhm.
no, there's no return.
Okay.
There's no return. If I feel as though it could have been a accident, a mistake, I really don't believe in mistakes. If you go out to do something, it's only a mistake because you got caught.
Mm.
But if you didn't get caught, is it really a mistake? You set out to do what you did and it happened, but you got caught with it. Now all of a sudden, I wasn't thinking. You know, it's something bad. Sometimes people walk in the room, there's a banana on the floor, you slip, your dick is out, falls in your pussy. Like, is that a mistake? Is it really a mistake? Damn, what's that all about?
What was that?
Because that's the thing that people say. It just happened. It was a mistake.
Mm.
That's one of the worst things that people say. I don't trust you no more because you was with my best girlfriend. You was with the maid. You was with the babysitter. But honey, it was a mistake. I know she was. I thought that was you in the room taking a nap.
The analogy was extreme, but I understand what he's
His
saying.
analogies are always extreme.
I'm different. Hey, what
For
can I
sure.
say?
Yeah, I definitely believe. I mean, people can make mistakes, but it just like those things that you're talking about, those are not mistakes. I would never title them as mistakes.
Hmm.
Never, ever. You know exactly what you were doing. You chose
Don't ask
to
them
do
kind of
those
questions
things.
because I'm going to catch the backlash of these questions because it's
No
a
one is putting a gun up
possibility.
to your head. If you're not under extreme duress, then it's not a
What you said
mistake.
on last episode, he does not have a collar on his neck. He
No,
is good.
he doesn't.
Southern Belle. I ain't call her Bama now because I might be in trouble later. My Southern Belle. Anything you like to say? Give me some advice for the people that's coming out the ghetto, like Kensington Avenue, Zombieville, like that's all they know. What would you tell them? What kind of advice do you give them guys out there?
Got you. Got you. Set a goal, create an action step, a game plan to get to that goal, and stay disciplined to get to your goal.
That was good.
Love it. And love yourself. No matter where you come from, love yourself. Find out who you are, believe in who you are, because God created all of us differently. Just because you're not like the person that you see on TV doesn't mean you're a failure. Believe in yourself. Believe that you have those abilities to do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do what I do, what he do, what Kobe Bryant do, what Jordan do, what Jay-Z do. Do what you do. The most successful people is the one that think outside the box. So nothing you believe in is weird. Trust in yourself and believe and hit that goal.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been real.
See ya.
Follow,
Like,
subscribe,
comment.
peace.
See ya.